What started as a protest over unpaid dues has quickly turned into a troubling and emotional story surrounding Sammy Kioko, leaving many Kenyans questioning the response of authorities and the treatment of citizens demanding what they believe is rightfully theirs. Earlier in the day, outside the Machakos County offices, Sammy Kioko had taken a bold step, showing up to demand payment for a tender he insists was duly awarded and fulfilled. According to reports and documents he had previously presented, the work had already been completed, yet the payment remained unsettled. What began as a peaceful push for accountability quickly escalated into chaos. Eyewitness accounts and circulating footage suggest that the situation turned violent. The environment became hostile, and in the aftermath, Kioko was left injured. Access to clear media coverage was limited, as journalists on the ground reportedly faced difficulty capturing the full extent of what unfolded. Still, fragments of video began surfacing online, painting a grim picture of the encounter. Soon after, Kioko was rushed to hospital, his condition described as serious. Reports indicated that he had sustained significant injuries, and the presence of a police officer accompanying him raised further questions about the circumstances surrounding both the confrontation and what followed. At that moment, the situation appeared tense and uncertain, with many anxiously waiting for updates. Supporters and close associates, including Nasra Yusuf, stood by him during this time. Nasra, a longtime friend and collaborator since their days in comedy, took to social media to share updates, revealing that Kioko had been badly beaten and was in need of urgent medical attention. Her posts only fueled public concern and outrage, as more people began to follow the story closely. Another associate, Tom Doctari, was also present during the incident, though reports suggest his injuries were less severe. Still, his presence highlighted the solidarity among Kioko's circle, who had gathered not just as colleagues, but as friends standing in support of someone they believed had been wronged. The public reaction has been swift and intense. Social media platforms have been flooded with anger, with many asking why a man demanding payment for completed work would be met with such force. Questions are being raised about the conduct of the officers involved and whether the response was justified. This incident also echoes past confrontations between activists or public figures and authorities. Comparisons have been drawn to the experience of Eric Omondi, who previously staged protests and later faced legal battles, only for his case to eventually be dismissed. For Kioko, however, the road ahead may not be as straightforward. There are emerging reports that authorities could be preparing charges against him, potentially framing the protest as a disruption or unlawful act. If that path is taken, Kioko could find himself entangled in a prolonged legal battle with the Machakos County government, one that may stretch far beyond the events of this single day. Adding to the uncertainty, footage later showed Kioko being moved from the hospital under unclear circumstances, with speculation about where he was being taken next. Some reports suggest a developing cat-and-mouse situation involving law enforcement, further complicating an already tense scenario. At its core, this story is no longer just about a delayed payment, it has evolved into a broader conversation about justice, accountability, and the treatment of individuals who challenge authority. As the situation continues to unfold, many are watching closely, waiting to hear directly from Sammy Kioko himself once he is able to speak. For now, the facts remain fluid, emotions are high, and the nation remains on edge, following every update in what is becoming one of the most talked about incidents in recent days.
Inaanza kuonyesha after. Inaanza kuonyesha after. Hadi wako ndani.
had stated that we were coming for a peaceful protest to help us get our money, but we were welcomed by goons, chased away. As you talk, I don't know where my brother is, and our friend James, I don't know where he is. Also, Tom was with us. He's inside. They picked him inside. We are just seeking for justice, our payment. The funny thing is, the people who are beating us are the same people. The same people who are wearing our uniforms. They've beaten me, as you can see. Even my legs, my back pain. Me, all we want is our payment, not all this. I'm I don't know what to say anymore. I'm just stressed.
Mujue kura ziko kwa vijana. Tutaweka kidole kwa matako. Nusa.